आएगा अभी पॉपअप आएगा.
You want me to go live?
This is the masla.
No, it's live.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, now it went live. Okay, मेरा माइक यहाँ पर है. 2 or 3 ना. By the way, did you hear the sound? Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to Radio Zindagi 96.7 FM, 5:40 AM and 13:10 AM. Astrology show with Dr. Saket every Tuesdays, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock on Radio Zindagi. And if you've just joined in, मैं थोड़ा सा बता दूं about Dr. Saket Bhatia. Dr. Saket Bhatia is a certified numerologist and has been an astrologer he has a PhD in astrology, and for the past 25 years he has been helping a lot of people. His clientele include celebrities, politicians, and a lot of business people, and he served over 12,000 clients in the past 25 years. Now, without wasting much time, let's welcome him on air. Hello, Dr. Saket Bhatia. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Huma. How are you?
I am good. Thank you so much for asking.
It's nice to be back here. I was in New York last week. I got a chance to stop by, meet with you, meet with everybody else on the team as well. Acha laga. It gives a personal touch,
Definitely, and it was such a pleasure meeting you. हमेशा हमने सिर्फ सुना था आपके बारे में, आपकी आवाज सुनी थी, और रूबरू मुलाकात करके बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा लगा. It was a very good experience. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's important to come to New York, New Jersey. I'll probably try doing that every, few months. Meet more people, help more people, give more guidance. That's our goal. So
definitely, and हालांकि हमने ये टॉपिक लास्ट वीक कवर किया था, but due to some technical issues लोगों को ज्यादा आवाज नहीं जा रही थी. So let me tell the speakers, the listeners, that we decided to do this topic one more time. We're just going to go over the Karaka Bhava Nash.
Yeah, Karak Bhava Nash क्या होता है? Last week we did a show on Karaks, and I got lots of emails from people. You briefly touched something called Karak Bhava Nash. तो उसका मतलब समझाइए. Karak is significator. Bhava is house. Nash means destruction. So what I'm trying to say is, जब कारक अपने घर में बैठता है, he ends up destroying the signification of the living thing of that house. Okay. So that is the main topic of today. That is what we want to cover today. कि कारक ऐसा क्यों करता है, कैसे करता है. Okay.
All right. So हम बात करेंगे भाव नाश के बारे में, और कारक अगर अपने घर में बैठता है तो नाश क्यों करता है. This is the main topic we will talk about.
That's true. So I'm going to give a quick overview of houses, house lords, and karaks, okay? And some examples. See, karak is a producer. The house lord is the one that gives birth. And the house is how you will enjoy those things in life. So Karak Bhava Nash, jab Karak beta hai, he will cause some destruction only for the living thing, not for the non-living thing of that house. You'll ask me what that means. For example, 4th house is moon. Karak hai. But 4th house ka Karak is also Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Mars is the Karak for building. Agar wahan baith gaya, to he'll help you make more buildings in your life. Venus is luxury, property, and Saturn is true. But moon is mother. Agar 4th house mein moon baith gaya, it will hurt relations with mother in one way or the other. So Karak hurts the living things. So Jupiter is the Karak of the 5th house. Jupiter gives intelligence, Jupiter gives wisdom, and Jupiter gives children. If Jupiter is sitting in the 5th, he will hurt children, but not your intelligence and not anything else, not your speculation, not your wisdom, but only the living thing, which is children. We'll understand ye kyun hota hai, kaise hota hai, and how to overcome it. How do you make it better? So, तीन चीजें हैं, कारक, हाउस लॉर्ड एंड हाउस. राइट? कारक इज, वो तो पता है, इज अ प्रोड्यूसर. नाउ रिमेंबर वन मोर थिंग, अगर हाउस लॉर्ड वीक है, then the thing may not even exist in your life. Although the Karak is the producer, the item may not take place because house lord is weak. House lord gives birth. Agar house weak hai, you will not enjoy those things in your life. So sometimes people have strained relation with children. Sometimes people don't get along with their partners, but they still live together because Karak baitha hai wahan, ya house lord ya house weak hai. When analyzing a chart, an astrologer must take into account the strength of each planet that is placed, not only in the house you're studying, but also in different houses aspecting this house. The ruler dekhna chahiye. If the house lord is weak, then the house is vulnerable. If there is a negative aspect, तो that जो होता है उस घर का नहीं आ सकता. For example, if the fifth house lord is debilitated, debilitated means rendered very weak, then it will cause challenges in creativity. Education complete nahi hoti. Challenges in having children. All of these might happen if Jupiter is debilitated or ruler of the fifth is debilitated. Combustion is another common thing in planets where a planet which is too close to the sun is considered combust. When you look up in the sky, you can't see the planet because the sun is overshadowing it. जब ऐसा होता है, then combustion causes problems in personal, professional life and difficulties gaining recognition, career goals, and relationships with others. You must have heard a common concept called retrograde, right, Huma?
Yes, I do hear that a lot.
Retrograde means the planet appears to be moving backwards when you are born. इसका मतलब ये होता है कि there is some unfulfilled karma debt that you have to fulfill in this life. Retrograde
So
planets generally.
Is it? Previous life,
Yes,
is it?
previous life. Retrograde, good planets when they go retrograde, like Venus or Jupiter or Mercury, then they tend to give you delays and setback in life. Negative planets like Mars and Saturn, when they go retrograde, then they cause lots of challenges that are unexpected, unusual delays, depression. That's what they do when they come in life. Sun and moon never go retrograde. Rahu Ketu are always retrograde. Okay. So what we typically do in astrology is we try to see these retrograde planets. Karak dekhte hain, planets dekhte hain. And then we try to come up with what are remedial measures, remedies on how to fix these planets. There are many ways you can fix them. One way is by strengthening the weak planet. Sometimes the strong planets, I have seen many astrologers that randomly tell you to make your stronger planet strong. But why? Why are you adding concrete to a brick wall when it is not needed? In fact, you have to make the weak planet stronger. Now, it is not straightforward कि weak planet है, उसकी पूजा कर दो. No, sometimes you can, there are other ways to make the planet stronger. For example, योग आते हैं, दशा आती है. Study the yogs very carefully. If the planet is making a good yog, he is going to give you a good result, no matter what. And in that yog, you should work hard. If there is a bad planet in your kundli who is considered to be in bad dignity, who is also retrograde, वो delay देगा life में. जब उनकी दशा आती है, don't do something new. जब दशा नहीं है, do something better. So we can, there are many mantras, gemstones, puja, rituals. There are so many things you can do to make a weak planet strong. Same way, strong planets do not need to be made stronger, but bad planets which are strong can be made weaker by having good planets look at them. Okay, this is very complicated, but that's what we do. हमें ये देखना है कि how to do these things.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would want to know about this. आज मैं इससे पहले हम आगे बात करें, आई आस्क यू द सेकंड क्वेश्चन. आई एम गोइंग टू हैंड आउट द नंबर. आज स्टूडियो का नंबर जो है, जब अगर आपने डॉक्टर साकिब से बात करना है, इट इज 848-247-9911. 848-247-9911 is the number. अगर आपको कोई भी सवाल है regarding your Karak या फिर the placement, or anything about to do with your chart, please contact Dr. Saket Bhatia. Again, the number is 848-247-9911. So तो डॉक्टर भाटिया, हम इसकी बात कर रहे थे अभी. आप ये बताएं कि any remedial measures for strengthening the significance of that house.
Just said it a few seconds before. Yes, there are mantra, gemstones, puja. We can do many things to make afflicted planets stronger if they are good. Astrology में rules होते हैं. Any planet which has negative relationship to the ascendant, we don't want to make it strong, no matter what. Abhi, this becomes a problem. Let's assume Mars is the planet that rules your life. Okay. Mars आपकी life को rule कर रहा है. Suppose. But your ascendant happens to be something like Venus, or your ascendant is Saturn. उनके लिए तो Mars negative planet हो गया. Then if you're weak, we have to somehow make Mars strong. Na? But Mars को strong कर नहीं सकते क्योंकि वो negative है. In that case, we try to make a planet like Jupiter stronger. Jupiter जब strong होता है, वो अपनी दृष्टि डालता है. He looks at Mars in a way, boosting the strength of Mars. Okay. या जब Mars की दशा आती है, then we can boost Mars for that small period of time and then take it off. So these are very calculated things in astrology जो हम करते हैं. They're not कि hey, this is the answer for everybody. Two people can have the same ascendant, the same planet placement, but have different remedies because dasha alag chal rahi hai. Because planet ki strength alag hai. That's what I'm trying to say. All right?
That's, yeah. So, ये जो कारक भाव नाश है, ये क्या है और क्या ये really hurt करता है अपने house को? And if so, if how and why?
See, there are many books written on Karak Bhava Nash. किताबें लिखी हैं, chapters लिखे हैं. I have read most of them and I'm trying to explain to you. Karak Bhava Nash means destruction of the house because Karak wahan baitha hai. It also means reduction or the cancellation of the significance of the house because of the Karak, provided certain conditions are met. कारक अपने घर में बैठता है is not a good placement in general, because जब कारक बैठता है वो अपने घर को ओवरलोड कर देता है. When you drink lots of water, it's good for you, but if you drink too much water, it is bad for your kidneys, right? If you start having fun with your friends, it's good for your mind, but if you start having too much fun, you're not going to get any work done, correct? If you start doing too much exercise, it's good for you, but if you overdo it, you're going to weaken your body. Karak is overloading or overdeveloping that house, इसलिए problem करता है कारक. That's as easy as that. तो जब कारक जुपिटर बैठा है पांचवें घर में, he will not only delay you having a child, but he will also make you push your child to the limit that is not necessary. You over expect from your child. That is what the Karak will do. When you have a planet like Venus in a man's chart in the 5th house, 7th house, or you have a planet like Jupiter in a woman's chart in the 7th house, these are considered Karaks. Now that the Karak is sitting in their own house, they will the relationship gets too blown up. One partner tends to dominate the other. One partner is infatuated by the other. Romantic level reaches a whole new peak. That is also not very good. Get it? So that's what Karak does. It sits and it tends to hurt and destroy. अभी आपने देखा है कि बहुत गुरु होते हैं, बहुत पंडित होते हैं, राइट? एंड देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ पीपल हु go for satsang and puja and they sit there all day long. They're stopping their house, काम नहीं करते, वो सिर्फ वहां बैठे रहते हैं. Why? We have to look at the ninth house. अगर ninth house में sun या जुपिटर बैठा है तो वो गुरु का कारक बन गया. They make you follow the guru without you having to take your own life's responsibilities seriously. तो आपको देखना है कि आपकी लाइफ में क्या हो रहा है. Why is it कि कुछ डिले हो रहे हैं? Number one reason for delay is bad planets. Number two reason for delay, कारक अपने घर में बैठा है. Number three, house lord is weak. Number four, the house is weak. ये चार चीजें डिले देती हैं. We have to figure out कि why these delays are happening. If you're looking for a job, you're looking for a partner, you're looking for education, any sort of delay, first study the karak. Then we can go ahead and figure out what's happening. Okay?
Alright, so I'm pretty sure कि ये डिले वाला मामला जो है बहुत से लोगों की लाइफ में होता है, चाहे वो शादी हो, चाहे वो especially for us people in these countries, it is related to migration, immigration के मसले या जो भी है. And yes, this is your chance to ask a question to Dr. Saket Bhatia. 848-247-9911 is the number. 848 247-9911. So,
अच्छा हुमा, आई एम
अक्सर
सॉरी टू कट यू आउट. आई एम सॉरी टू कट यू आउट, बट आपने अब भी कहा कि लोगों की लाइफ में डिले होता है, राइट? ना, जब डिले होता है लोग क्या करते हैं? मेजॉरिटी लोग तो कुछ नहीं करते. दे जस्ट सिट एंड कंप्लेन कि लाइफ में डिले है, कुछ करते नहीं.
give up
मेजॉर
after a time.
नहीं, डिले हो जाता है. कोई कोई लोग कंप्लेन करते हैं एंड मेनी पीपल थिंक ये डिले कभी खत्म नहीं होगा. व्हाट डज डिले मीन? डिले डज नॉट मीन यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू डू इट. इट डज नॉट मीन यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट देयर. यू विल गेट देयर, यू विल डू इट. थोड़े टाइम बात करोगे, करेक्ट? डिले और डिनायल में फर्क होता है. डू नॉट कन्वर्ट डिले इनटू डिनायल इन योर माइंड. आपने कहा इमिग्रेशन, काफी लोगों की इमिग्रेशन अटकी हुई है. आई नो पीपल जिनकी इमिग्रेशन 10 साल अटकी हुई है. डोंट गिव अप होप. डिले इज बेटर देन डिनायल, करेक्ट? लोगों की शादी नहीं हुई, दे आर लुकिंग फॉर अ पार्टनर, डिले है. पर डिले में क्या होता है? सम पीपल गिव अप होप. दे से हो नहीं रहा, छोड़ दो. दैट इज द एब्सोल्यूट रॉन्ग थिंग टू डू. जब आप गिव अप कर देते हो, that's when you don't know, maybe your dasha changes tomorrow and you meet somebody. How do people meet? You just meet. Immigration का एक दिन लेटर आ जाएगी जो कहेगी your immigration has been approved. That day is important. Why waste your life waiting for something? That's why we say astrology can tell you कब क्या होगा, कहाँ होगा, कैसे होगा, क्यों होगा. That is what astrologers do. We are your friends. We are not businessmen. Astrology service होती है. We are here to help you. We are here to guide you. We are here to fix problems in your life the right way they should. So you have more optimism, more hope, and you are happier. हमारा पर्पस ये है इस शो से. हम डराते नहीं, हम फैक्ट बताते हैं लोगों को the way they should be. But do not convert delay into denial is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, this is something which मुझे लगता है आपको एक स्पेशल शो करना चाहिए इस पर. Delay and denial, and the way you explain it, it's kind of extremely in a very positive manner. क्योंकि अक्सर यही होता है कि किसी चीज में हमारी लाइफ में कोई डिले हो रहा है, तो जैसे आपने मुझे पूछा what do people do, and I was like maybe they give up. But
Correct.
doesn't mean denial is what people need to know. And अगर आपके साथ कोई ऐसे मसले हो रहे हो, so don't just give up hope. And again, 848-247-9911, 848-247-9911. Now whether it's related to your whether it is related to your health, to your marriage, to kids, to financial कोई चीजें हैं, career है, please feel free to contact Dr. Saket Bhatia. अब से लेकर 4 बजे तक वो available है स्टूडियोज में. 848-247-9911. हम बात कर रहे हैं कारक भाव नाश के बारे में. एंड डॉक्टर साकेत ने अभी हमें एक्सप्लेन किया कि how when it sits in your, when that planet sits in the house, how it kind of causes a little bit destruction, a little bit you know थोड़ा सा unrest, थोड़ा सा. तो ये this thing, is this universal, ये हमेशा अप्लाई करती है कि this happens when the house sits in the planet sits in the house?
ये यूनिवर्सल रूल नहीं है, बट लेट मी एलैबोरेट फर्स्ट ऑन व्हाट कारक भावा नाश इज. तो कारक मैंने आपको एग्जांपल तो दिए, लाइक जुपिटर वीनस इन द 7th हाउस. आई गेव यू एग्जांपल ऑफ करियर. अगर आपका जुपिटर 10th हाउस में है, यू मे हैव प्रॉब्लम्स विद पीपल ऑफ हायर अथॉरिटी. तो पहले एक डिस्कशन करते हैं कारक होते कौन से हैं. फर्स्ट हाउस का कारक है सन. ही रूल्स योर बॉडी, योर हेल्थ, योर अपीयरेंस, योर पर्सनैलिटी, योर ईगो. सन रूल करता है. अगर सन फर्स्ट हाउस में बैठ जाता है, he tends to damage you, your teeth, your eyes, your hair, your bones. He damages that. But he will not hurt your appearance, your personality, your ego, your confidence. वो बढ़ाता है. सेकेंड हाउस का कारक है जुपिटर, मर्क्यूरी एंड मून. मर्क्यूरी इज फॉर स्पीच, हाउ वेल यू स्पीक. अगर मर्क्यूरी बैठ गया, you're going to speak very well. जुपिटर बैठ जाता है, you're going to have lots of wealth. मून इज योर फेस, इट्स द लिविंग थिंग. अगर मून सेकेंड हाउस में बैठ जाता है, अपीयरेंस खराब कर देता है. थर्ड हाउस सिग्निफिकेटर कारक, मार्स फॉर यंगर सिबलिंग्स, करेज. अगर मार्स बैठ जाता है, इट स्ट्रेन्स रिलेशंस विद यंगर सिबलिंग्स. मर्क्यूरी फॉर बिजनेस एंड वीनस फॉर father of your spouse. That makes sense actually, because father of your spouse is 9 houses away from the 7th house, which is the 3rd house. So if you have Venus sitting in your 3rd house, relations with your father-in-law will be very bad. 4th house mein moon baitha hai, which is mother, Venus for vehicles, luxury, Saturn for property, and Mars for building. 5th house का कारक है जुपिटर, जो है spiritual, children, knowledge, speculation, education, and Mercury for business. 6th house के कारक होते हैं Mars and Saturn. Saturn is disease, Mars is accidents and enemies. 7th house तो हमने कहा Venus and Jupiter. 8th house is Saturn, which is longevity. 9th house के कारक is Sun and Jupiter. Sun for father, Jupiter for guru. 10th house के 3 कारक है Sun, Mercury, Venus. Venus is mother of your spouse. Mercury is business and Sun is professional status. 11th house के 2 कारक है Jupiter and Saturn. Saturn is for older siblings. If you have Saturn sitting in your 11th house, you will cause suffering to your older siblings. If you have Jupiter, it's very good. Income, financial gains, excellent. And 12th house mein, this is very important. If you have Rahu in the 12th house, you generally move overseas, foreign journeys, foreign housing, foreign partner. Saturn will cause depression, loss, anxiety, separation. जब लोग आते हैं कहते हैं we have anxiety, look for Saturn in the 12th house. Very common. I have depression. Look for Saturn in the 10th house. Ketu, liberation, moksha. You know, जितने लोग हॉस्पिटल में जाते हैं, that are stuck there for years, या जेल जाते हैं, they have typically have Rahu sitting in the 12th house. So, Jupiter जो कारक होता है वो डिले करेगा बच्चों को. मून जो है वो फेस को खराब करेगा, right? But there are some critical rules you must be aware of. One, अगर कारक अपने जिस घर का कारक है अगर उसको देखता है, he makes that house strong. So if Jupiter is placed in your 9th house, he's going to hurt your guru, but he will give benefits to your children. If Jupiter 5वें घर में बैठा है, वो 7वें घर को देखता है, 11वें घर को देखता है, सेकंड हाउस को देखता है. He is कारक of second house, ना? Wealth. He's going to boost it. He is कारक of 11th house, which is gains. He's going to boost it. He's Karak of 9th house, which is spirituality. He will boost that, but he will hurt the children. So जितने honest guru होते हैं, they have very strong Jupiter in the 5th that aspects 9th house. They don't have much relations with their children, but they tend to do better in spirituality and other stuff. कारक का यूनिवर्सल रूल होता है जो आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा. देयर आर 3 exceptions टू दिस रूल. नंबर
Right.
1, Saturn in the 8th house. Saturn 8th house का कारक है, but if Saturn comes in the 8th house, instead of destroying your life, he increases the span of your life. आपकी उम्र बढ़ाता है.
Mhm.
मून, अगर मून जो आपकी मदर है 4th हाउस में आ जाता है, you may not stay very close to your mother, but you will be very pampered by your mother. You will have very good relations. You may miss your mother. वो करता है. And finally, केतु. केतु is a little confusing because केतु जब 12th में आता है लोग बोल देते हैं मोक्ष का घर है. That's not true. For मोक्ष, केतु must not only be in मूल त्रिकोण और exalted, but ये सिर्फ highly evolved souls के केस में होता है. मोक्ष सबको नहीं मिलता ना. Just a planet placement
Correct.
cannot say आपको मोक्ष मिल गया. So that's very important. That's what I wanted to emphasize on. ये exceptions होते हैं. Moon, Saturn, and Ketu. The three things that don't match, that don't follow the rules of Karak Bhava Nash. Okay?
3 exceptions. तो ये आपने थोड़ी देर पहले भी ये कहा कि let's say अगर Saturn is somewhere, are people are going to be depressed, they're going to be, yeah, तो जैसे अगर आपको, it's just, let's say अगर आप you see that, what is the kind of call of action that needs to be taken?
So what cause? First of all, we have to understand कि depression क्या है. Depression is a state of mind which is caused by external and internal events, right? Do you agree? People don't
Yes.
get depressed for no reason at all. तो पहली बात तो है डिप्रेशन क्या है. सो इफ यू आर सफरिंग फ्रॉम डिप्रेशन, मी एज एन एस्ट्रोलॉजर आई वांट टू नो कि व्हाट इज कॉजिंग योर डिप्रेशन. अगर हम सैटर्न रेट्रोग्रेड 12th हाउस में देखते हैं, देन वी नो कि डिप्रेशन विल कम लेट इन लाइफ एंड इज गोइंग टू लास्ट अ लॉन्ग टाइम. फिर हम आपके मून को देखते हैं. मून इज योर माइंड, योर अडेप्टेबिलिटी, योर हाउ इज योर मून प्लेस्ड. अगर मून भी खराब है, देन वी नेक्स्ट गो एंड चेक आउट योर वीनस. वीनस इज कंटेनमेंट, हैप्पीनेस, राइट. समटाइम्स इट इज पॉसिबल कि आप बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो लाइफ में और लाइफ दे नहीं रही. मे बी यू हैव अनरियलिस्टिक एक्सपेक्टेशंस. समटाइम्स मे बी यू आर जस्ट बीइंग चीटेड बाय पीपल. समटाइम्स मे बी यू आर जस्ट नॉट गेटिंग द एक्सपोजर यू नीड. कुछ लाइफ में डिले है. तो पहले हम सैटर्न, मून, वीनस, ये प्लैनेट्स देखते हैं. देन वी ट्राई टू फिगर आउट कि लाइफ में ऐसा कौन सा इवेंट हो रहा है विच इज कॉजिंग दिस स्ट्रेस, विच इज कॉजिंग दिस डिप्रेशन. We go study that planet, that house, and then we try looking कि दशा कब अच्छी आएगी. और अच्छी दशा में तो we can tell you कि 6 महीने बाद अच्छी दशा आती है. But right now, what planet can be strengthened so your mind can become better and Saturn can become weaker?
So डॉक्टर साकेत, आप बहुत बार कहते हो कि अच्छी दशा आएगी तो ये होगा. तो what is the kind of action someone needs to take जब दशा अच्छी होती है? यानी let's say अगर किसी को पता चल गया उनकी दशा अच्छी है, तो how and what is the action they need to take? And before you answer that question, I will also hand out the number one more time. 848-247-9911. 848-247-9911. If you want to call the studios and speak with Dr. Bhatia, this is the number. So yeah, back to my question. कि ये जब आप बहुत बार मेंशन करते हो, तो how do people optimize it?
देखिए, when you came to the radio station in your car today, you had traffic. रोड पे काफी गाड़ियां थी. So think of your life as you going from home to work. You have to drive through traffic and then you jump on the freeway. And sometimes the freeway is also congested, sometimes freeway empty hai. Agar freeway khali hai, you can drive very fast. Very fast. That is what a good dasha is. Good dasha means everything in life can go fast. Aap opportunity low, you take the benefit of it, you can go at jet speed. Better dasha even means agar planet आपका strong है, placed well है, so instead of sitting in a car, you're now sitting in a helicopter, which is even moving faster. तो कभी कभी लोगों को पता नहीं चलता कि दशा अच्छी आई है कि नहीं. You'll hear many people say, पिछले 3 साल were the best time of my life. Well, they were. You did well. You got married. You have kids. You've grown a new business. But could you have done better? Maybe you've only done 5% of what you could have done. वो कहते हैं ना, opportunity knocks only once.
Right.
Right? Same with astrology में ऐसा नहीं होता. Opportunity keeps knocking over and over. दशा आती रहती है बार बार. You have to make the best of it. You have to take the दशा and say, दशा आई है ना, I'm going to go all out. काफी लोग बिजनेस स्टार्ट करते हैं. They wait for 5 years, they wait for 10 years, कुछ नहीं होता. They almost give up and then the business takes off. Why? दशा अच्छी नहीं थी. Wait for a good dasha to come. And जब आती है, this is like a green light that says, go ahead, do what you want, you will be fine.
Yeah, sometimes it's just, आप कुछ नहीं कर रहे होते और अचानक, you feel that so many opportunities pop up from everywhere. So I
Yes.
think that is when we talk about dasha and how it changes things in your life. 8482479911 just in case अगर आपने स्टूडियो में फोन करना है और बात करना है डॉक्टर साकित भाटिया से, ये याद दिला दूं that he has more than 25 years of experience, a certified astrology में है इनके पास PhD and a certified numerologist. Dr. Saket Bhatia is a senior board member of the IVAN and 12,000 से भी ज्यादा उनके clients रह चुके हैं, including actors, CEOs, politicians, business owners. Studio में तो जब आप फोन करते हो, you can get a एक question answered, लेकिन for a more detailed private consultation, 408-639-5300, 408-639-5300 is the number, or you can always visit www.saketbhatia.com. So this is how you can get in touch with Dr. Saket Bhatia, and he's here to help us and guide us every Tuesday, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Now, any advice to the listeners who know about astrology and practice astrology?
Astrology listeners के जो हैं, जिनको पता है, many people who are learning astrology, कारक देख के बोल देते हैं it's going to cause a delay. उनके लिए एडवाइस है, don't do that. That is not right. You must also look at the conjunctions, जो planets boost कर रहे हैं. आपको एक interesting example देता हूं. I've been talking about Jupiter in the 5th house, right? Jupiter अगर 5th house में बैठा है, he will give you intelligence, he will give you lots of knowledge, lots of wisdom, romantic nature होगा, लेकिन बच्चे लेट देता है लाइफ में. Now let's assume Jupiter अपने ही घर में बैठा है और बहुत ही strong है. He's going to give you more intelligence, more wisdom, but he's going to deny the children. अगर Jupiter exalted है, तो बहुत ही अच्छा हो गया 5th house में. But बच्चे, it's not like you won't deny, you won't even like spending time with kids. So just because Jupiter exalted है doesn't mean anything. Young जो astrology पढ़ते हैं, we are trying to tell them, study these planets very carefully. Not only that, look for the placement of these planets in the D9 chart, जो नवंश कहते हैं हम. नवंश chart में they do better. For example, Leo जो है natural zodiac में 5th house है. So when you're studying the position of Jupiter, also study the planet of the natural zodiac ruler to understand what it is. Then only you can get a detailed idea. Just telling somebody कि कारक बैठा है, नाश हो गया, is very wrong. अगर कारक debilitated है, for example, Jupiter is debilitated, he is going to deny children also. He is going to deny everything. He is going to deny intelligence. He is going to deny wisdom. तब नहीं मिलेगा आपको. Planets have to have mixed characteristics. They must have mixed strengths. Just Karak is one factor जो planet की strength है, जो अपने घर में बैठा है. Nothing more than that. But nevertheless, very important because it gives us good direction as to what is happening in life and कैसे होगा. Okay?
Right. So ये सारी चीजें regarding Karak and Karak Bhava Nash, कुछ examples, यानी अगर हम famous लोगों की charts पढ़ें, उस example से हमें कोई can you elaborate and portray with those people, famous people?
So let's talk. This is going to take some time. Let's talk about some very famous people और उनके कारक कैसे placed हैं. For example, sun. Sun is your father, your soul. जब पता है हमें, जब sun first house में होता है, you're an independent thinker. You want to run your own business. But sun will weaken your bones, your hair, your eyes. अगर sun ninth house में बैठा है, it's a problem for your father, right? Let's see Mamta Banerjee, existing Chief Minister of West Bengal. She has Sun in her ninth house. But Sun ke saath she also has Rahu. And she also has direct aspect of Saturn. Ye jo hai, these will cause problems. Her father passed away when she was 17 years old. Not just because of Sun in ninth, Rahu, Sun, and aspect of Saturn. Mother Teresa ki chart agar kholo, she has Sun and Mars in ninth house. Okay. Sun and Mars, Mars is a bad planet because it's generally a negative planet. And Dasha bhi Mars ki chal rahi thi when her father passed away. Look at Aurangzeb. This is a ulta chart. Aurangzeb has Sun sitting in the ninth house. But Aurangzeb's charts, the ninth house happens to be Libra, जहां Sun debilitated है. तो Sun बहुत weak है. So although he had a father, his father did not die, but throughout his life, his father was his enemy. You see how ulta हो गया? एक केस में father की death हो गई, एक केस में father enemy बन गया. You've seen many cases जहां पर father and son are fighting over property, brother and sister are fighting over property, husband wife are fighting over property. Go check out the Karak. Karak causes this. Karak ये करता है, hurt करता है Karak.
हाँ.
Okay, so this is another aspect कि कारक क्या कर सकता है.
And there's definitely ways to fix this.
Yes. Now let's look at the chart of Hitler, Adolf Hitler. अगर Adolf Hitler की chart देखते हैं, in his fourth house he has moon. हमने क्या कहा? Moon in the fourth house means your mother is going to love you a lot. Correct? He was very close to his mother. But fourth house में conjunct बैठा है Ketu, which happens to be the darkest planet. Moon Ketu conjunction in the fourth house caused his mother to die at a very early age. One thing we have seen in astrology, no matter what your chart is, whenever we have Mars, which is placed strongly in the ninth house, it causes death by accident to your father. Okay. Now let's look at Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin has Mars in the third house. I told you Mars is the Karak of younger brothers, right? जो Mars बैठा है ninth house में, he has no positive aspect on that house. Both his brothers died before the age of 3 because his Mars is sitting in the third house. This is what I'm trying to say. Look at Gandhi's chart. Gandhi ji has Jupiter Karak in his seventh house. We know he's going to be a leader. The whole world knows him. But his marriage was almost as good as not there. ऊपर से Rahu was directly aspecting his seventh house. Mars was aspecting his seventh house. Mercury जो 12th house का lord है, separation factor है, वो भी इनके 7th house पे था. They will destroy the significations of that house. If we look at a chart of famous person like Sonia Gandhi, she has Venus in the 4th house. Venus is causing loss of motherland, loss of comforts of her country, not of any other place, but of her country. So these are famous people's chart. एक और दिखाता हूँ, Baba Ramdev. Baba Ramdev has Saturn in his 8th house. So we know, looking at this, इनकी life बहुत लंबी है. He has Rahu in his 11th house. We know fame, popularity is going to grow day by day. But उनकी chart में Venus जो शादी का कारक है, वो उनकी कुंडली में वहीं बैठ गया है. That means late marriage. But साथ में बैठ गया Mars. And Rahu is also aspecting that house, which will deny marriage. Not late, but deny marriage. So we know for Baba Ramdev, Life is going to be a beautiful journey going forward. His fame will increase, popularity, wealth, everything will grow by leaps and bounds. His life is very long, at least 80 years, but no marriage for him, right?
Right.
तो ये
So,
फेमस लोगों की चार्ट्स है.
आपने और आपके पास और भी लोग हैं डिस्कस करने. Okay, I've got one phone call. Let me try and take them on air.
Sure.
Am I supposed to slide it? And how do I move it? Just 1 second.
Hello.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm going to put you on. I am going to put you online with Dr. Saket. Are you still on that on the phone?
You disconnected him.
So the call has dropped. I can't hear anything.
Can I talk now?
Yes. Just give me. You'll have to call back again because I think I've disconnected Dr. Saket Bhatia. Or just hold on. Wait a minute.
I can hear you, but I can't hear the caller.
I am going to connect you with Dr. Saket Bhatia. Just give me a second.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. All right. So can you hear the caller? Hello?
They speak. I can hear only you right now.
Hello?
I can't hear anything on the call again, Huma.
Hello? Is it much?
Huma, I can't hear anything.
Can you hear the caller?
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
I've lost them.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Now I can hear.
Good morning, doctor. Yeah. Good afternoon, Dr. Bhatia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. I am my date of birth is April 2nd.
Okay.
Time is 3 p.m.
Right.
Place is Kanpur.
3 p.m. Which year?
It is 1972.
Okay. And place is Kanpur?
This is Kanpur? Yes.
अच्छा. And आपका question क्या है?
Recently, I have too many health issues. Like I'm not keeping well. I cannot just get up in the morning properly. I just want to find out, is there any solution or is it showing some problem in my chart? That's what I want to know.
आपकी जो chart बनती है, that is a Leo. Okay. For Leo, we have to study Sun. गलिका मंडी आपके ascendant में बैठा है and health में राहु बैठ गया है. Okay, that health plan is ruled by 7, 8, 9, 10. दशा चल रही है वीनस की. ये प्रॉब्लम क्या है जो हेल्थ की है आपकी? इज इट डायबिटीज रिलेटेड? इज इट स्ट्रेस रिलेटेड? क्या है?
Diabetes related.
या बिकॉज आपकी कुंडली में वीनस इज वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग, सिंगल स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट प्लैनेट, वो बैठ गया सैटर्न के साथ. सैटर्न इज एस्पेक्टिंग योर 6th house, the 6th sign and the 6th house lord. तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली फॉर यू अभी डायबिटीज की दशा स्टार्ट हुई है आपकी वीनस की. तो आई एंड दैट विल गो ऑन टिल अबाउट 2041. राहु बैठा है, सो यू नीड टू टेक बेटर केयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ. Go see a doctor, exercise.
Is there any precautions I can take as an astrology point?
The precautions will have to make your वो जो घर है उसका लॉर्ड which is Saturn, we have to make it a little stronger. But अब Saturn की दशा आई नहीं वहां पर. Another option we have is if we just look at the planetary strength. इस कुंडली के लिए sun happens to be along. So one option I'll give you is red ruby पहन सकते हो आप if you want. You can also donate wheat to a temple or some place of worship on a Sunday. You can donate red clothes. These are some typical remedies we have. Other than that, you can consult us. We'll tell you कि कौन सा planet aspect कर रहा है health पे, because अभी problem क्या दशा start हुई है आपकी last year, and this will continue for about another 16 years. So just call us. We can talk more.
Can I get your consultation number so I can connect with you?
Yeah,
That's to you. 408-63-5300. Do you have it, or you want it again?
No, I got it, and thank you very much, Dr. Bhatia. So I will connect with you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so अभी हमारे पास 10 मिनट बाकी हैं. If you want to call in, 848-247-9911 is the number. 848-247-9911. अभी अभी ट्यून इन किया है तो हम कारक भाव नाश के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. बहुत सारी डिटेल्स में विस्तार में डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया ने हमें एक्सप्लेन किया ये सारी चीजें. He also gave us examples of some really famous people और उनके चार्ट और उनकी लाइफ में क्या चीजें हो रही हैं और what happened because of the placement of certain stars or in certain houses. Now, Dr. Saket, what else should we be aware of this concept?
तो ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, it is, remember one thing, astrology has been around for thousands of years, so इसकी ट्रांसलेशन में कुछ मिस्टेक्स भी हो जाती हैं. बट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग टू नोटिस, अगर कारक अपने घर को देख रहा है जिसका कारक है, ही विल इम्प्रूव दैट हाउस. नंबर 1. नंबर 2, अगर कारक जिस हाउस को देख रहा है अगर उस हाउस के लॉर्ड के साथ कंजंक्ट हो जाता है, इट इज कॉल्ड युति, then the plan then that gives even better houses. For example, Scorpio ascendant के लिए मून इज द लॉर्ड ऑफ द 9th. अगर 9th लॉर्ड जुपिटर के साथ कंजंक्ट हो जाए, it is a wonderful. Now अगर कंजंक्ट होके the 9th lord and Jupiter look at the 9th house, we know this is a very spiritual man. He's a very honest soul. He's a very good person. He can be a leader. He can be a guru for people. तो कारक भावा नाश जो है, it will hurt living things, but it can also give very auspicious results जब युति होती है या एस्पेक्ट होता है, right? तो ये ठीक से पढ़ लीजिए. This is important. Just yesterday I had somebody meet me in the Bay Area who has not had a child for 11 years. And every time they have a baby, it is resulting in a miscarriage. Right? 11 साल से यही हो रहा है. And जब चार्ट हमने देखी, we knew there's something wrong. Jupiter was very strong in the 5th house. And Saturn, जो खराब planet है, was aspecting the 5th house, denying children. तो ऐसे केस में we can do one thing. We cannot make Jupiter stronger because बच्चे तो देगा नहीं. We cannot make Saturn stronger either. But उस house का जो lord है, we have to make that house lord stronger. We have to make positive aspects on the 5th house that are related to children. That's how we study a chart. And then we can go and say, okay, this is a stronger chart for kids now. This is the right time to get IVF, to conceive. यही अच्छा टाइम है, इसमें कीजिए. जब शादियां भी होती हैं, you go to an astrologer जो मुहूर्त निकालते हैं, right? Correct? It is exactly the same concept. Muhurat is when is the best time to buy a house, to move into a new house, to start a new business, to get married. That's what astrology does. We give you the right time so you don't have to feel depressed. अभी इनके केस में भी denial है, right? At this point of time, denial है. But we have to convert that denial into delay so the person can enjoy all aspects of life, right?
Right. So that's like, that's where the expertise of someone like Dr. Saket Bhatia comes in handy. जब आपने इस चीज को टैकल करना है और डिनायल से इसे डिले करना है, या whatever the case is going on with your chart, with your positioning of the planets, of the stars, तो ये सारी चीजें जो हैं इसमें आते हैं. डॉक्टर साकित भाटी की एक्सपर्टीज इज really handy. अभी फिलहाल हमारे पास सिर्फ 6 मिनट और बाकी हैं. So I don't know if we can take a phone call, but I'll hand out your number, your office numbers. That is 408-639-5300. 408-639-5300. Now this number, you can contact him for a private consultation. Also, you can also visit the website www.saketbhatia.com. That is SAKETBHATIA.com. So और फिर याद दिलाती हूँ मैं कि every Tuesdays, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. He's here in the studios of Radio Zindagi. एंड हमारे साथ वो बातें करते हैं, किसी ना किसी टॉपिक पर डिस्कस करते हैं, डिस्कशन करते हैं, एंड gives us insight and knowledge on what to do and how to handle certain things.
So, Uma, the purpose of this show is not to tell people कि हमारी knowledge क्या है. The purpose of today's show was to tell people कि life में जो delay होते हैं, please don't convert them into denial. सबका अच्छा टाइम आता है, सबका बुरा टाइम भी आता है. आपको सिर्फ पेशेंस चाहिए. ओके, जब बुरा टाइम आता है, लेट्स ट्राई मिनिमाइजिंग द बुरा टाइम. और जब अच्छा टाइम होता है, लेट्स ट्राई मैक्सिमाइजिंग इट. वी कैन नॉट मूव योर प्लैनेट्स इन योर चार्ट. वो नहीं कर सकते हम. इट्स दैट्स इम्पॉसिबल. यू आर बॉर्न विद इट. बट जब ट्रांजिट में आते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आपका प्लैनेट गलत घर में बैठा है, बट फिर भी जब ट्रांजिट में जुपिटर कम्स ऑन योर 10th हाउस, go ask your boss for a promotion, go get a new job, go start a business. We can tell you that. जब अच्छे planets की दशा आती है, transits आती है, कोई भी चार्ट के लिए जुपिटर अगर खराब planet है, that's okay, but we can still tell you when it is strong and when you should take advantage of it. It's a big boost to your career. Learn to be optimistic in life. So what if something didn't happen yesterday? We can always try tomorrow. At the end of the day, हमें positive result चाहिए ना, positive outcome चाहिए. We want to make sure that good things happen. So this is what this whole purpose of today's show was. How to make sure कि आप life में खुश रहो. बहुत दुखी होते हैं लोग, छोटी छोटी चीजों पे they get worried, they start fighting, they get disappointed and depressed. You don't have to. You absolutely don't have to. Happy, cheerful people have gone into severe depression for no fault of theirs. It is the position of the planet and the external forces. Learn to be optimistic. आपका भी अच्छा टाइम आएगा. और अगर अच्छा टाइम जानना है, call us. हम बताते हैं how you can live a better life. How can you feel better about yourself? ये हमें help करना है लोगों को. Astrology is service. If we have the knowledge, we have to help you. We have to guide you. We have to make sure कि you get from point A to B faster, better, in a more convenient way, so it is easier for you in life. आगे बढ़ना है, पीछे नहीं देखना. Let history just teach you mistakes and what you've gone through. But the future is what you hold in your hands. आप जितना effort मारोगे, आप उतनी तरक्की करोगे. Right? So
Yeah,
that's all I
definitely.
want to say.
एंड जिस तरह से आप एक्सप्लेन भी आपने जो ये कारक भाव के बारे में भी जो हमें बताया, कारक भाव नाश के बारे में जो बताया आज, और जिस तरह से आपने काफी सारे चार्ट्स की को भी कंपेयर किया और उन्हें उनके बारे में बताया, आई थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैव गॉट सम इनसाइट इनटू इट. एंड विस्तार में, डिटेल्स में अगर आपने जानना है कुछ भी, तो प्लीज प्लीज डू रीच आउट टू डॉक्टर साकेत ऑन 408 639 5300. That's 408 639 5300. www.saketbhatia.com is the website that you should go for more information. And वैसे ये भी याद दिलाती हूँ कि हर ट्यूसडे को तो यहाँ पर होते हैं हमारे साथ स्टूडियो में 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And that is almost time for us to wrap up, Dr. Saket.
Thank you, Huma. I appreciate you hosting this show. It was nice meeting you in New York. First hand, आपने ये show कितने अभी 3-4 महीनों से कर रहे हो, 5 महीनों से, and never really got a chance to meet you. Got a chance to go live on air, meet Kulraj as well. The whole team of Radio Zindagi. You do an incredible job, all of you together. And thank you for hosting this show, and thank you for having me. I look forward to connecting again with you next week, and all the listeners. Have a good, blessed week. We'll talk again next Tuesday. Thank you.
Yeah.